What's up, everybody? I'm your host, Derek Harper, and this is a brand new episode of 5 Minute Majors. Boy, we have a bit to talk about today. Before we dive into the WHL playoffs and what's going on there, we have a new topic of discussion at the major junior ranks. So the ECHL, the league two tiers below the NHL and one below the AHL, basically equivalent to the double A level of baseball. They have had some drama over the past few days. So two teams were in peril, and unfortunately, one had to be cut. The Newfoundland Growlers, based out of St. John's, Newfoundland, and Labrador. That venue has had multiple teams over the years, from the AHL to the QMJHL. Right now, they have what's called a basketball super league team. So the venue is not empty, but there's no hockey. And this is Canada we're talking about. So bit of an issue there. My theory right now, my solution would be for the QMJHL to expand by a team or maybe move a team. I know we're seeing that in the OHL actually, which we'll touch more on during the offseason as an offseason topic. We have a team moving to Brampton. I think we've also touched on that before. But we'll dive into the footprints of leagues over the offseason. We'll really dive into maybe exclusive interviews. I'm really excited to see what this platform and what this series can do over the offseason. So stay tuned. But back to the topic at hand, with a venue in Canada up in that region where they've had the QMJHL before, yes, it's a bit of a drive to get there. I think they have to take ferries. So it's a bit of a trip to get there, but they're no stranger to teams in that venue, hockey teams at that. And let's be real, having a basketball team only, there's no NLL, so there's no other tenant, and the two biggest sports right now in Canada, it seems like, besides the CFL, I guess the biggest indoor sports in Canada are lacrosse and hockey. So that said, you'd think this venue wants another tenant. We'll see how long that they go without it this time. They've gone without hockey before, but never longer than 3 seasons. The shortest time when they've gone without a team there has been 1 season. So we'll see what happens this time around. The QMJHL would fit perfect going back there. One of the positives to the QMJHL going there would be, one, they've renamed it, instead of the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League, the Quebec Maritimes Hockey League. And so it is in that specific region, in the Maritimes region. One. Two, operating expenses. A professional team, they have to pay players' salaries. So with that come all this additional money coming out of their operating expenses. Well, with the QMJHL and major junior rank, yeah, they have players' stipends and stuff and the normal operating expenses, whatever that amount might be. But aside from that, that's basically it. And so you would be saving a lot of money by having a QMJHL team there. Maybe they play preseason games there next year, over the next year or so. Maybe a new ownership group steps in to bring the ECHL to town. Maybe the AHL makes a return there. But I think the best option for them would be the QMJHL. Now let's dive into our usual topic at the hand here, and that is the WHL playoffs. The Wenatchee Wild are trailing the Kelowna Rockets 2-1 as of Wednesday night. The Portland Winterhawks had a chance to sweep the Victoria Royals in Victoria Wednesday night. The Everett Silvertips and Vancouver Giants going into Wednesday night, their series deadlocked at 1. We'll see what happens there. Portland and Everett, two of the possible favorites to come out of the West. So is Prince George. Prince George is up 3-0 in their series on the Spokane Chiefs. So right now, it looks like Portland and Prince George will be advancing in a matter of maybe either Wednesday night or over the next couple of days. So we'll see what happens there. The others in for a longer series, like Wenatchee and And Kelowna, that's shaping up to be quite the barn burner series there. So definitely a series to keep your eye on, folks. And the folks in Wenatchee clearly enjoying it. It's been really cool to see their social media posts. So best of luck to them. Kelowna, always a very tough opponent. They never go down without a fight. So, and Wenatchee is no stranger to Kelowna teams. When they were in the BCHL, they had to deal with the West Kelowna Warriors. So there's that kind of a funny tie in there. That's where we're at in the Western Conference of the WHL, and that is where we're at with other news. Stay tuned, and we'll bring you more if the St. John's situation changes and we get a major junior team in there. We'll definitely share that. But keep in mind the off season will be quite exciting with some plans that I have, and maybe even the major junior postseason. We'll see what happens there. Might be bringing you some special coverage. As for this episode, that is it. I've been Derek Harper. We'll see you next week.